Thank you all for allowing me to share this very special day, celebrating the life of Junior Seau, a very special player, but a very special person as well. Thanks also to the Charger family for what you've done in putting on this tremendous affair tonight. I also want to thank the Seau family for allowing us and allowing me to be here with you tonight. And I was there this last night and this morning with Mr. Seau, and you said you wanted him to be a 49er. Weren't you happy he became a Charger? Got a confession. Boomer was guilty of a penalty. When we played the Raiders in Oakland, they always had the fans very close to the field. And had this one guy that put on shoulder pads, helmet, all of this sort of thing.
That was a girl!
We get into the pregame warm-up, and Stan Humphries is throwing nothing but long balls. And I'm saying, Stan, what the hell's going on? Quit throwing those long balls. Now, what caused this? He said, I got to tell you, Coach, Junior told me that if I could hit that guy in the stand, he'd give me $1,000. Passion. You begin with passion for life, for football, for family, for the Chargers, for the people of San Diego. Always positive, upbeat, and always a smile. I'll never forget that smile. Always, always. He was compassionate. He cared about people. I've always felt that you could judge a man by how he treated children. Junior was an expert at that. I can still see him getting those little guys and wanting his autographs. We got a couple of young juniors sitting right in here in this second row right now. And he pat him on the head, tap him on the head, and he made them feel so comfortable and so at ease right from the very beginning. Junior was a leader. You know, some people are leaders by what they do, others by what they say. Junior was a double winner. He walked the walk and he talked the talk. And guess what? To his teammates, to the Chargers, to you people of San Diego, and most of all, to this wonderful family sitting right down here. He understood the word commitment. We used to talk about commitment a lot in our program. And what commitment meant to us was giving of your complete self. We used to talk about playing from the bottom of the heels to the top of the head. Junior did that. Very special in that way. He gave of himself totally and completely. I'm sure you maybe, if you've ever eaten and you're saying, where's he going with this? Have you ever eaten bacon and eggs? Sure you have. Great dish. You know, Junior was like the pig. He gave of his complete self. He just didn't contribute to eggs, okay? as a player, my first experience with Junior, I was just coming out of college, and I really didn't know what the pro game was all about, to be very honest with you. I had a lot to learn. We were in our third day of our first mini camp. And one of the things that I really wanted to stress with our team was effort, complete effort, complete effort. And we threw this long pass down in 7-on-7 or pass Kelly, whatever you would want to call it. And I blew the whistle. And I said, repeat the play. Say out low. Now I'm 5'9". I weighed about 195 pounds. And this guy, 6'4", 255 pounds, turns around to me suddenly real fast. I said, what'd you say? I said, repeat the play. Say out low. I didn't know. Well, after practice, we'll go look at that film. And we did. And Junior looked at that play, and he stood up, and he pointed his finger at me, and he said, Coach, that'll never happen again. And you know what? It didn't happen again. Never. He loved to practice. There aren't many of us that ever like that. But he loved to practice. He had a good time practicing. He used to come out there and feel punch before practice. And then we'd blow the whistle to start our warm-up. And he'd come up to me and say, Coach, you ready for me to return those punts? I said, not this week, Junior. Maybe next week. He loved the service. When the offense was running, he would jump and get on the defensive side of the ball. And boy, did he frustrate our offensive coaches. I had a guy named Ralph Reed. He'd be up there picking at that mustache. Junior come in there, boom! Hit. He'd come up to me and he'd say, why are you letting him serve? Let him have a good time. He's having fun. Let's enjoy this. He didn't like it because we never moved the ball real well against our own defense. Consistent. He practiced the same way he played. People often ask me, which was his best game he ever played? I can't say, because Junior never had a bad game. He never had a bad game. Everyone he played was good. In terms of consistency, we used to have our weigh-ins every Thursday. Junior weighed 255 pounds, and every Thursday for 5 years, except for one, weighed 251 pounds. Talk about consistency. He had that. We all know he was a great player, great athlete, tremendous athleticism. But you know what? I think separates Junior from the rest. There are great linebackers in this league now. They're great defensive linemen. They're great players all over. Junior could have been an all-pro at any position, except possibly for quarterback. I know this. After I left, they tried him at tight end. He could have been an all-pro. And in one particular game, when we played here, Jack, we were short defensive linemen. And I went up to him and I said, Junior, you're going to have to play defensive end this week. And he came up to me and he said, you want me to start today? And sure enough, he did. That was the kind of player he was. Game time. Never had a bad game. Pre-game. We finish our pre-game, and we walk off that field, we go off that tunnel, and he'd come up and he'd put his arm around me, and he'd say, Coach, can I have him for a few seconds? Sure, Junior, you go right ahead. I went into the coach's locker room, got me a Coca-Cola, and drank the Coke. Junior walked up and down that dressing room, and he challenged our players. Challenged. All I had to do was say, let's go. Made it easy for me. Junior is a person. I don't believe there has ever been a player in the National Football League who has played in a city like San Diego, who has done more for that city than what Junior Seau has done. I found out Junior used to take young people around in the Christmas area and shop for them and give them gifts. How many people would do that? Not many. Not many. Post-game, over to his restaurant afterwards. My God, I had to get home and get my feet up. Not Junior. Not Junior. Autographs. Camp. Game time. We used to have to take him in the back to get to the bus because so many people wanted his autograph. And you know what? He would have stayed there and signed them all. It had not been for the fact we had a game coming up. Junior, I'm going to speak to him now. We know now that you are with our Maker. You're up there with our Father. We know that. Look out for our guys who have also left. Look out for our guys who have also left. David Griggs, Doug Miller, Rodney Culver and his wife, Chris Mims, Curtis Whitney, Sean Lee, Lewis Bush. We all remember that great equipment guy we had. Give them all a big hand. Your spirit and your passion will always be with us. And for every home game played here in the future, you may not be seen, but your spirit will be seen. Right there, coming out of that tunnel, right over there. Wearing number 55. Striking that light, people, like it should never be struck before. God bless you, your mom, your dad, your entire siblings, your children, Jennifer. God bless you all. God bless you, Charlie.